All right. So we'll call this meeting to order. 6 o'clock. I forgot to change the date on this. I apologize, y'all. It's 12/16/2004 that we are here right now. Public comment is first on our agenda, and we have no one here from the public, so we can move on. Item number 2, approval of November meeting minutes. John, thank you for sending those out right away.
John, I should have responded.
After, I don't think there are any comments on the minutes. So can I have a motion to approve the November minutes and a second, please?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from November.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Then meeting approved. Next thing on our agenda, just briefly, John, you want to catch us up on the roadside cleanup package
Yep.
at Leach?
Oh, look at that.
So this is where we're
So
at.
exciting.
What we could, this is the bag they use, and it hangs on a rack. They call
Sure.
it their special.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the name they actually use, but it hangs on a rack. So I'm able to put into this. This is the new foldable thing.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how well they hold up.
Yeah.
I put in 4 vests, 2 small mediums, 2 large, extra large.
Okay.
Okay. And 10 bags.
Okay.
Behind there.
Perfect.
That's
They
great.
fit. I think it'll hold it. I think it'll be fine. Okay.
Yep.
And then the instruction sheet, which if we
Yeah.
don't want to spend a lot of time on this, I can send this to you guys just for comment, because I mean,
Okay.
just to see. But basically, it addresses. It has a list of what's in the bag. It addresses some of the safety issues.
Yep.
A little section on what do you do, with the trash after you pick it up, and the contacts and phone numbers and emails at DPW if you call to have your stuff picked up.
Great.
Okay. So, but I'll say, before I do anything further with this, I think it has to go through a couple of things. One is, I'd like you guys to look at it, and if I don't like the way this is said, or something, or you missed this or something, let me know, okay? And then I'll take it over to Erin at the library and let her review that and make sure she's okay with the contents of the bag.
Yep.
I envision 2 of these, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We'll do 2 of these here,
Sure.
so there'll
Yeah.
be 2 setups. And then once we finalize this, I'll laminate that sheet,
Okay.
because it'll have to last for a period of time, and hopefully kick it off in the spring. And then we'll figure out how we're gonna market it and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
but that's basically what the program is, and then we'll have to figure out how we're gonna promote it.
And they provide the bags, John?
Yeah, well, they gave me this one to
Okay.
test. She actually gave me the name of the maker of the bags. And,
Oh, okay.
she was saying, I have a note that says they make with a red handle and a gray handle, and she suggested that maybe we want to use the ones with the gray handle, but I forget why.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to find out what she's saying. So,
Okay. Okay.
Terrific.
I'm a little concerned with how these hold up. It looks like this one's got a little break on it already, so. But we shall see.
Very nice.
So.
That's excellent. That is excellent.
That's where we are at.
Okay, next on the agenda, plaques for Sunnycrest. Karen, thank you so much for taking the lead on that.
Absolutely.
So I've printed these out. I checked, I don't know if they sent the email directly to
I
me.
think they did,
Okay,
because I've been
okay.
waiting for it. I
Okay.
waited for it on Friday, it didn't show, and then today I was waiting, I called them at 2.
Okay.
And she said, oh, I'm gonna work on them in 5 minutes, I promise,
Okay.
I'll send them along.
And she sent it, must have sent right over, but she sent it
I think just
my
you.
email. Maybe she just,
Yeah,
okay.
which I
So I
don't know.
forwarded, I think I forwarded it to everyone a little bit ago.
Okay, okay,
so-
great.
Yeah.
I think we said on the bottom, we mentioned Beautify Londonderry again. Maybe we don't need to do that, I don't know. We can talk about the wording, it doesn't have to be this. This
Yeah.
is a start.
Yeah.
I also question whether we should put 2024 on it if they don't get delivered before the end of the year, but you may be able to get them delivered by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Um,
And it was during our 2024 year, so I think even if they don't get delivered, I think that's okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're okay with the date.
Yeah.
I think we said at the bottom, we were gonna say something like, contributions to Beautify Londonderry, and mention, again, Beautify Londonderry, but if you feel like that's redundant, we don't need to do that. This wording can all be changed. It's a start.
Yeah.
You know, the one advantage, I think, to the new logo is that you can read
Yeah.
it very clearly. So
Yeah.
maybe you don't need to say
Beautify Londonderry,
again,
okay.
you
Yeah,
know.
I agree.
Okay.
I think I agree with that. I think
Okay.
I don't think we need it again. Yep. Yep.
To start, as I said. So, take a look, see what you think. When we're comfortable with what it says, we'll just
Yeah.
let them know, and usually the turnaround time is 1 week from the time that
Okay.
we give them the approval.
Okay.
And I'm happy to go pick them up, and
Yeah.
then, John, I'm sure you want to go to Max, and the other
Yeah.
John probably wants to go to,
Yeah.
John Locust wants to go to Sunnycrest.
Sunnycrest.
But if you don't like the way this looks, you want to change the font, it's all a work in progress. I didn't pick the font out, they chose that.
They chose a font. I wonder if we do alter the font a little bit to match what's
Yes,
in the logo.
yes,
Um,
Uh,
That's the only thing, like my eye is catching that.
Okay,
Do you know what font that is in the logo?
I don't know, I can ask her.
It's gonna be anything like, I mean, even Arial, I don't remember the name of the font. It's probably something funky because it's from Canva. But I can look it up. But I think even something like Arial or Calibri, like anything that's the sans serif fonts would be okay. We'll get closer to that. But I'm sure she has a bank of fonts too.
Oh, yeah, oh, sure. No problem at all, I'll just make that suggestion. So
Yeah.
we'd like it the same font, but still these areas bolded?
The name of the
Yes.
Max and the words "thank you."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think those should stand out.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to change the wording?
One thing I'm wondering is if we need that A special there, if we can just say thank you for your
Absolutely.
contributions, for your
Okay.
support and contributions. That way, that space would give their name, I think, a little bit more prominence.
I agree.
Yeah, I like that.
So
What do you think?
leave the font size on the name about the same, but
Yeah.
move it down and just give it a little more white space.
Give it
top
a
and
little bit
bottom.
more white space,
Okay.
yeah, so that
Yep.
it's, so that they stand out a little bit more
Sounds great.
on there.
I agree.
And that's still, like, our sentiment is still, thank you for your support, contributions.
And Karen, I would absolutely leave the 2024
Okay,
because, I've been in places where there'll be a line of plaques and
True.
you see the year after year, and
Yeah.
we'd certainly like to get that kind of support, so.
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
How about the presented to, that'll all be the same font? Do you want it any smaller, any bigger, just the way it is? You want to think about it, let me know. Does it say
I
enough?
think it's
Does it say enough?
okay.
Okay.
Um,
John, would you word it
Beautify
differently?
Londonderry.
No, I think it's fine. I would leave the presented to.
Okay,
We talked about what we would do with the names, Max, et cetera. I would leave the bold print there.
Yeah.
what you guys are, a little more white space.
I agree.
A special, I think,
Not necessary.
not necessary,
Yeah.
and the rest of it, I think looks, take care of the font thing, it looks
Yeah.
good.
Okay. If you get home and decide there's a font you have in mind,
Okay. I can look it up right
Sure.
now. I think I'm on the. Am I on the? I don't wanna. I'm on the public. I think I can, but we'll be fine. I can look it up right now and see
Sure,
if they're see
sure.
what it is. It's probably something really funky. They have so many fonts in
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
Let's see. Here it is. Right here. Hammersmith. This is what it is. Okay. Who knows where they get these things? Hammersmith 1.
Is that what you would like?
I don't even know if they'll have it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
sometimes there's like
Okay.
these packages or so.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
So, but I think they can probably get anything close, right? I would just say anything that's
Hammersmith.
close. Hammersmith 1.
And as a matter, if you
is
mention to them,
Canva.
I bet you they're familiar with Canva.
They probably are, yeah.
They're probably familiar with what?
Canva is the app she used,
Yes.
Canva.
Yeah,
Okay, it's an
Yeah.
app.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But it's a very popular app for
Okay.
that kind of stuff, so.
Okay.
I've actually seen it on television a couple of times mentioned.
Oh, really? Yeah.
In different TV shows.
Okay, I'll reach out to
It's
her.
super easy to use. It's great.
Um, I can do this on Wednesday. I'll reach out to her. If I can
Okay.
before Wednesday, I will, but, and just tell her what we're looking for, ask for another proof, and send it out. And I'll ask her to send it to all of us.
Great,
Okay.
yeah, excellent. Excellent.
And of course,
and
it
I'll
does-
reply back to her. I'll CC you on that reply back to her, and just say thank you.
Oh, sure.
Karen
and
will
if-
follow up, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, great, sure will.
Just so she knows that it didn't just go to nowhere today.
Thank you.
Oh. All right, excellent. So, let's just vote on approval for the proofs for the purchase of that, because
Sure.
that way you can go ahead and we won't have any
Absolutely.
worry about that. So if I could get a motion and second for approval of purchase of these two plaques for Max and Colby's Clones, for thanking them for their contributions.
Sure.
I'll do this one. I'll do this one, because
Go-
you
you go
brought
ahead.
it, you need to second it. How about make a motion to approve the purchase of these plaques with the proofs as amended in the meeting?
And I second.
Excellent. All those in favor?
Aye.
Wonderful. Okay. All right, so on to updates for us. Anything on Sponsor Road, John?
I have
It's
nothing.
Pretty quiet, yeah.
I have nothing on sponsor.
Sponsor spot, I do want to let you guys know that I ran the grant application by Sarah from the fundraising. And I did send out a digital copy. I only have one copy here for, because it's pretty long.
I have it here.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
you can-
Yeah, it's pretty long, so if you
Oh,
wanna,
thank you.
if you wanna
Okay.
take a look at it. So I took most of it from a template from another organization that's
Oh.
somewhere in the Midwest. And I used a little bit of AI to help with
Oh,
that.
excellent. Okay.
But the important part is that we do need to make clear that it's a reimbursement. So it would be, so although we would tell people if they wanted to plant things, that we would grant them, that we would give them money for that. It is a reimbursement program, so I want to make sure that that wording is clear in there to people, because they do have to, the town can't give the money until they have the receipts in hand.
Okay.
So
So the group or whoever's interested has to go out and buy whatever they
Buy,
need.
yeah.
Now, do they come to us in advance and say, and I haven't read the whole thing.
Yeah,
right,
that's okay.
But do they come and say, this is what we're thinking about doing, and this is an estimate, and then we bless it and say, if you do that and produce the receipts,
Yes.
then we'll reimburse.
Yeah, so that's the idea. So before we would say that yes, we will if you do this as planned.
Mhm.
You know, they need to fill out that entire application, and there are quite a few pieces of it, but I think we really want to make sure. And I'm sorry for the way it printed.
Oh, yeah,
it was
no.
so weird.
Yeah.
We really want to make sure that people are thinking through these projects fairly well, and they're thinking through how they're going to maintain it.
Right,
you
the
know,
commitment, sure.
the commitment level for it. So,
Great, thank you.
so yeah, I just wanted to let you know. So when you have a chance, because I like the DIY program. This is going to be, I think, rolled out in the spring. So give us enough time to,
Okay.
really think about it and make sure that it's through. So.
Yeah, because I like this display a small Londonderry, Beautify Londonderry sign at the site.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And allow a town representative to take photographs, that's fine,
Yeah.
okay. Do we supply that small?
Yeah, so I think we would be supplying that sign.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is this your only copy, Joy?
You can keep it.
I can
'cause
keep
yeah,
this? Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, you can keep it.
Okay, good.
Wow, excellent.
So.
Did you ever have this before? You did, but a different
So
kind?
not in really a formal way.
Oh, okay.
So they did. They would give money to reimburse people for some plantings that they did. At one point in time, Benson's was giving like $200 for plants. They would like gift in kind
Oh,
plants to people. So we probably want to look at approaching them again and
Okay.
seeing if that would be possible again. But it wasn't like a widespread. It wasn't widespread
Okay,
thing.
okay.
So this would be more formalized, I think, and really.
Sure.
Again, I think it's really important that people think about the continuation of it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
What was Benson's doing before?
They would give up to $200, I think, in kind for any plants that you would be purchasing from there. So.
Maybe the approach would be if we start doing grants to see if they would do matching or 50% matching or something like that. That might be a way of having a discussion with that. Or, yeah, because that might help us if they're funding something, maybe we can offset and have more money, hold
Right.
some of ours back,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
thank you.
Town welcome signs. Karen, thank you so much for
Sure.
going out and taking pictures of all of the welcome signs so we could have a list of our everyone who has contributed. So I put that information together in this table here so we can see all 5 signs. It was interesting to me to see that a couple of places, there was the same name on there at different locations. Like the Rotary Club, so Rotary Club, Prudential Verani Realty, which I think is a different name now. Apple Tree Business Service, and the Wildcats. So really, it was those 4 groups. That must have been, original sponsors. So.
I couldn't
Yeah.
find anything in Paul's old notes that said how much anybody gave,
Okay.
or I had noticed that too with Karen, that they split these up somehow, and I'm not really sure what the basis was on that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's good.
So, we have that information now. And I think that'll assist us as we move towards our fundraising and
I saw John Trottier at town council meeting or something, and it was a planning board meeting, and I asked him, and now I have to send him an email, if he could take a look at that Wendy's sign and tell us how much we would have to raise that berm if we want to raise it up. He has some sort of device to do it, but it's been a couple, 3 weeks. I haven't heard back, so I know they get busy. So I'll send him an email. But we'll see. I also wanted to ask him about moving it too, so see what would be involved.
When we were pulling it, my husband saying, "Where is it? I don't even see it." 'Cause
I
we're
know, it's so low.
So, yeah.
It's so
Raising it
low.
will make a huge difference.
Well, he did better than me, because somebody kept telling me it's by the hamburger place, and I think I went to the Burger King 3 times around there, the parking lot there, and
Yep.
Okay, great.
Okay, so on to fundraising. John, have you had a chance to work on that letter?
I
or-
actually redrafted the letter.
Okay.
I will send it to you guys
Excellent.
with the changes in it. The changes weren't that momentous, so it
Yep.
wasn't that big of a deal. I haven't gotten it over to Justin yet, but frankly, I saw him in another meeting, and they're just buried with their budget thing. So, and I don't want to put too much on his plate, because it sounds like our warrant article is on track and is going to be on there, and
Great.
I think we have support of probably all 5 town councilors now for
Wow.
that. So
Wonderful.
I think 3 of them have talked to me.
Okay, that's
individually,
great.
and said they were generally supportive. So
That's
I
great.
haven't seen any roadblocks yet. So,
Okay.
and then a
Wonderful.
bunch of other stuff got cut. So
Okay, okay.
so we're in good shape there. But
Okay.
so the plan is, I will send the final letter, reasonably final letter, out to you guys. Approve the draft.
Okay.
Send it back, changes, send it back, and then I'll get on Justin's schedule.
Okay, perfect.
And then see what we can do.
Yeah.
I have about 5 questions for him right now.
Okay,
The tax question is the biggest
Right,
one. 'Cause
yeah.
Is there a
Yeah.
tax exemption?
Yeah.
But we'll see. And then, after the holidays, maybe we can really make an effort to get everybody here for
yeah,
the January
yeah,
meeting.
or January,
and
yeah,
particularly Ron.
yeah,
And talk about starting to make approaches, and here's the letter, and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and
yeah,
start to raise some money. So,
okay, good,
but that's where we're at.
good, that sounds great, that sounds great. Okay, wow, anything else on fundraising for right now? No?
The only other thing I had, I don't know if it had made it into the notes or not. We had discussed, and I think it's also on my list to talk to Justin about, the program where, for the smaller donors,
Yep,
tickets or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know if we want to let that set until we have more folks in the room or whatever, but, our fundraiser will be aimed primarily at probably medium to larger
Sure, yeah.
folks. Do
Yeah.
we want to have something aimed at the restaurants in town and some of the local businesses and things where they can buy a $50 ticket or a $100 ticket? We had talked about
Right,
that a little bit.
right.
And what would that look like?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
and beyond that, I don't
okay.
have any other fundraising stuff right now.
Okay.
So,
So, I propose let's use our January meeting, focus on getting everyone at the table here and really hammering out what our fundraising
Sure.
will look like and how, what we might be asking of the, for donations for the larger locations.
Okay.
And then I do think it would be great because I think there are a lot of local businesses who would probably, be willing to donate a little bit
Sure.
to, and so it would be good to have an official means to acknowledge those small donations
Sure.
too. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I think the other thing maybe for the January meeting would be, how are we going to promote all this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have the sponsor spot
Yeah.
program. We'll have some version of the do-it-yourself cleanup program.
Yep.
And our fundraising.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So that's a lot. And
Yep.
I think we need to figure out how we're going to, sort of whack up those responsibilities. And
Yep.
how are we going to, kind of keep it out there and keep it alive for
Right.
as best we can. So
Right. Right.
that's a lot of stuff at one time.
It is a lot of stuff at one time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that might be a big meeting. But if you get us that letter
Yeah, I'll get them.
beforehand,
I should be able to push it out the next day.
okay.
And I'll push it out to
Excellent.
everybody so that, here,
Yep.
here it is.
Yep, that would
Take
be
some
great.
time and review it and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
We'll go from there.
And we can all come with that notes. Okay, roundtable discussion. Anything else?
I don't have anything to mention.
I don't think I have anything else either.
No.
No,
No? Wow.
we're becoming very
Wow.
efficient.
Okay.
Very
It's
efficient.
Focus,
Okay.
efficient. With that, I will take a motion and a second to adjourn.
So moved.
And
Second.
second, and all approved? Yay. Wonderful.
Thank you.